What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, and Teofimo Lopez. Eddie Hearn says this to Bob Arum: fuck off. You can't do a deal with your fighter, you pay the consequences. Now, Eddie Hearn is baffled by Bob Arum's anger regarding Hearn's company simply bidding for the right to promote the Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos Jr. lightweight fight. The British promoter was surprised by Bob Arum's controversial comments because Matchroom didn't even come close to winning the purse bid. Okay. Now, the 89-year-old said that Hearn's company outbid Arum's Top Rank in an attempt to bring one of Top Rank's prominent boxers to DAZN, the streaming service for Matchroom is partnered. Now, DAZN provided Matchroom with the financial means to bid for $3,506,000. Top Rank bid was $2,315,000 for what Arum deemed not a marquee fight during a recent interview with Boxing Scene. Thriller, however, is the one that won, if you guys don't know. And they had a whopping $6,018,000, okay? And that's more than both of them combined. Now, mind you that. Okay. Now, the 23-year-old Lopez's last bout, a career-defining 12-round unanimous decision against Vasily Lomachenko, was an upset, drew marking ratings of 2,898,000, 2.9 million, okay, and an average audience of 2,729,000. ESPN's highest viewership for boxing in more than 3 years. Losing Lopez even for one fight is a disaster, says Eddie Hearn. Now, Hearn said this. They let it get to this, Hearn said. He said Teofimo Lopez took a small chance to fight Lomachenko because he believed that he would win and he believed he would get the financial reward he deserved. But guess what? When he won, they didn't give it to him. And the whole problem has been caused by Top Rank. You know Bob's been out there. Oh, Eddie Hearn, I'm fucking pissed off that he's bid and he's got to watch himself now. Fuck off. It's an open market. If you can't deal with a fighter and it comes into the market, you pay the consequences, and the consequences is someone else outbid you, and their name is Thriller. Now, let me counterpunch. What Eddie Hearn is not wrong. I think that Bob Arum, the older he gets, the more invested he gets personally in business affairs, and it's not right. It's not cool. It's business, okay? Now, I don't know why he would do that, but it seems to be the case. He's done it again and again and again. How many fighters have left Bob Arum because of financial reasons? The issues, Manny Pacquiao, I want $20 million to fight Terrence Crawford. Didn't happen, he left. Floyd Mayweather, I want $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. He wouldn't give it to him, he left. Andy Ruiz, I want to fight, period. He wouldn't give him one, so he left. Mikey Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya, Mikey Garcia went to court for him for 2 years. He couldn't even fight for 2 years, fucking with Bob. And then Bob, well, I'm not going to fight with it. I'm never going to deal with Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Or Andy Ruiz. So, and then the way you hear him talk about these fighters that were on his stable, he talks to them like he's banished them or something. And then a lot of people blame Al Heyman, but a lot of times it's Bob Arum that don't want to deal with fighters that he had because his ass is too cheap. The minute that Thriller came with $6 million, he should have made a G decision, okay, to either attempt to outbid or contact ESPN of what happened, because it's a bad look, okay, when Thriller or Matchroom outbid you. And the counterpunch Bob's just pissed off people because Eddie outbid him by damn near over $1 million. You see what I mean? And he's pissed off about that because he knows, you know what that means? That Matchroom has more in rank and popularity and power than Top Rank. Matchroom has it. They're hungrier, they're more aggressive. And Bob Arum knows that, and he sees that. He looks at his bid as a failure compared to Matchroom. And he looks at Eddie as trying to compete with him. That's what he's doing. That's all that is. But Thriller beat them both, so it didn't really matter anyway. But that's not the point, is it? The point to Bob is it didn't matter who won. It matters who beat him. Who beat him? Eddie Hearn. Okay, that's the whole gist of the matter. The whole gist of the matter is Bob's butthurt because Eddie Hearn outbid him. Okay, and you know it has a lot to do with Teofimo Lopez talking to Eddie Hearn, and they just talked about money figures, which you don't supposed to do that shit when you're signed with somebody else. However, it's a free country. People can talk about it. Semantics, you know what I mean? Theoretical situations. Theoretically speaking, what if I wasn't with Bob Arum? Those type of things happen. And I think that's happened. Those are the type of deals you deal with and situations you get yourself in. But it had to be that Teofimo Lopez was not being compensated like he should. Yes, Eddie's right. Yes, Teofimo Lopez took less money in order to fight Vasil Lomachenko, and he won, and then he's still getting less money. So this shit had to go to a purse bid. And if Bob Arum would have handled this business, let's say he would have gave him $4 million, which at this point we knew he wasn't even going nowhere close because we knew what the purse bid was. So let's say if he would have just, hey, I need this fighter on my stable. Because what's going to happen, this is what could happen. Fuck the contract. Contracts don't mean anything. And in fact, contracts can be bought out. Mayweather did it. Andy Ruiz did it. A lot of people did it, right? So that doesn't really matter. What Bob could end up doing is losing his fucking fighter. He could. Now, let's say Eddie had the money to counterbid. He would have got that fight. But the zone only had a certain amount, and that certain amount was way more than Bob Arum's set amount or whatever. I don't even know if he had a set amount, to be honest with you. So we don't even really know how far he could stretch the amount of offering for his fucking signed fighter to fight on ESPN. So that just shows you, you're not even willing to stretch any further than that. And then what could happen? These are the dangers, what could happen. The consequences. This is what he's talking about. Let's say Thriller says, you know what? Let's do this. What if we give you $6 million to fight on our platform for the next 3 fights? Do you think he won't buy out his contract for Bob Arum? Of course he will. He will, he can, and he will. So he's absolutely right. There is a reason for rhyme. And if Bob Arum's not careful, he's going to end up losing Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez is not stopping at 135. He's going to 140. He's going to 147. He might cap at 147. But if he keeps being undefeated, he will be a fucking star. And he will be a star because he has a mouthpiece. His father also is another mouthpiece, another additive for that particular venue. Okay? He's that type of dude that will promote his son to no end. If you heard him on my channel, I've interviewed him. My son is going to beat everybody. And if he keeps beating people, the more people will want to pay him. If Thriller can pay that amount of money, other people is going to want to compete with Thriller. So it might not even be Thriller that does it at the end of the day. Okay? Because there's no guarantee that people saw all those damn ESPN viewers because of him. It could have been from him and Lomachenko. So we got to counterpunch that. However, Thriller took a chance, but if he wins and he's excited and he does the dugout shit and he flips and he's making a name for himself by beating Lomachenko, somebody else may want to bid on this particular young hot-ass fighter. And Bob Arum will be what? Out. So yes, I'm with Eddie Hearn. He should tell Bob Arum to fuck off. And Bob Arum shouldn't be vindictive just because he bid against them. It's an open market. It's only business, and he should stop with the personal issues with business affairs. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn's statements towards Bob Arum. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.